Hello there guys, so I just wanted to show you my Lost World collection. This will be, what's left because I sold loads of stuff on eBay not too long ago. Yeah, so because it's the 20th anniversary of the Lost World, I figured I would show you guys what I actually own that's just related specifically to the Lost World, nothing else. I could have put like the Jurassic World Lego game in here or something, but because that has the Lost World in it, but then, it doesn't really, it's not just specific Lost World. But anyway, so obviously, as some of you might have seen before, this was the t-shirt I had when I was 7 or so. What is the age in this? Yeah, 7 to 8. And my mum had actually kept this in quite a good condition. Yeah, I'd actually forgotten that I wore this until Mum brought it down from the loft, and then it was like a wave of memories came back, and I was like, oh my god, I remember this top with its Lost World patch, which is actually really cool. It might actually, you could like unstitch this and then put it on something else. Yeah, because obviously I'm not going to be able to fit in this now because it's absolutely tiny. Then we come over here, and I've got like a Lost World wallet. Bit about the DX virus on there, tag and release, and one of the new symbols for the Raptor. So in the Lost World, not many people take note, but obviously in Jurassic Park they had like the the logos that were the skeleton like this for all the dinosaurs around the park. But in site B with the Lost World, they had images like this that had living creatures, not bones. And I think that was mainly because the island's meant to be that the dinosaurs have survived, as the tagline suggests. Something has survived. So yeah, I think they changed the those little logos up for a little bit, and then I think, yeah, if you open it up, it's got the caution symbols, and I don't think there's anything else inside. No, but yeah, pretty sick wallet. Then we've got some old birthday cards here. Mean Streak, with the vivid colours and everything. Happy birthday, Jack. Lots of love, Mum. Pretty swish that she kept that after all this time. And then this really cool raptor, which looks like, I think it was one of the Stan Winston maquettes that they took pictures of. Human Caution. I always used to think that said Human Crouton. And then it says, to Jack, happy birthday, happy 9th birthday from my auntie and uncle. And there's DNA with leaves in the background, and that symbol again. And then up here we've got the Michael Crichton novel, which this is my favourite looking Lost World novel that they ever released. That misty mountain in the background. Something has survived. So yes, a tagline from the book with the amazing map. And I think this book was published in 1995, if my facts are correct. Yeah, this edition published 1995, so it did come out like 2 years before the actual film did. A lot of people seem to say that the book came out and then the film followed, but it was a good 2 years before the film was actually released. And this is the alternate version. Yeah, it's obviously the same book because it has the map and everything the same. But with the film logo on it, which is pretty darn cool. There was a version that had this image here, like in the front cover, I think, but I don't own that one. And then we've got, up here, we've got the VHS tape, signed by Harvey Jason. He just did his little scribble there, in gold on the front, signed by RJ himself. And yeah, I remember getting this video for Christmas one year. Yeah, well, 1997 I would assume, or probably 98 actually, because videos used to take, I think if I remember correctly, when a film came out in the 90s, it took 6 months to come out so you could rent it, and then it took another year or 6 months after that to come out on VHS to buy. So I think this was like almost summer or Christmas of 98 that I got that. And then you've got the behind the scenes of the Lost World on video, so the making of, which I did that little label there, which I found in a charity shop. Oh look, there's that maquette again, look. Sort of almost better version of it there. Pretty swish. And then up here I've got this Danger Restricted Area Lost World sticker. So this is a massive, massive sticker that I think was for like a video rental store to put in their windows. It says children under 8, be advised. Yeah, really cool. And I don't think I'll ever stick that on anything, but yeah, really, really cool looking. Stark black background and probably one of the clearest images of the Lost World logo I've seen, outside of probably an image on the internet. Up here we have this Lost World, custom Lost World base, which a friend of mine's dad made for my action figures, and it was the Raptor Pen. It was supposed to be his version of the Raptor Pen from Jurassic Park, where they push the box in and then the raptors would live in there. And at the time the Lost World was out, so he put these logos on. There was another one on the other side, but it's since fallen off. And I've currently got it housed up on top of this spare set of drawers. And Godzilla 98 is currently chilling in there. And over here we have my original Lost World poster that I got back in the cinema in 1997, just before seeing the film. And you can see me now. I'm just trying to catch the light so you can see it better. But yeah, it's got like the T-Rex eye, and it's a bit crinkled, but I put it in this gold frame to keep it safe. And nice Land That Time Forgot poster is just sitting on the top. But yeah, love that thing, and one of the most sentimental things in my collection. Over here you've got the fantastic Laserdisc, which I think some of you have seen in some other videos of mine. Really sweet. Love that image there. And yeah, you've got all the chapters down the side, including a look behind the scenes feature, which I believe actually is the same one as this. So, you know, with the videos, you had to buy this and then this separately. So then you had your, you know, making of, and on the Laserdisc, I believe that actually, yeah, comes at the end of it. So, pretty darn awesome. Then you've got DVD here with the silver raptors on the front, and I really like this design. I don't know what it is, even though the logo is being, you know, is hidden behind these raptors. I think it's really cool, and I have an affinity for things that use, you'll see my reflection, hello, like a silvery design. I just love that sort of stuff. And I remember when this came out, just how mind-blowing it was to see all these on the back. But no director's commentary. Gosh darn it. And then we've got the Blu-ray box set here, the trilogy, which obviously has the Lost World in it. So I've got the Lost World Blu-ray. And then here we've got a couple of soundtracks. The Lost World soundtrack here, which is actually a, if I can get this open, like a, there's the disc. There's some facts about the dinosaurs. Oh look, you can see more of these symbols I was talking about, that I think were like the living versions of the animals. And then, yeah, pop up. It's like a standee thing, you'd like pop it up and bring the gates out, and even the doors open. And the T-Rex you bring up. I think a lot of fans have seen this. I know a few fans who own this as well, including Sam and Corey Baker, I do believe. But that is just amazing. Like, I actually owned this. I got this much later in my life. I think I was about 22 when I got this. So, but if I had this when it came out, that would have blown my mind. Well, it still blows my mind, but yeah. And then we've got Michael Giacchino's Lost World game soundtrack on disc, which if you haven't picked up, you should, because it's a really neat little piece of memorabilia for the Lost World. Not many people know that they actually did release this album as I'm holding it, but like released it as a separate CD. Not many people know that. And it's got all this amazing, if I Get this out. All this amazing concept art and artwork for the game. Like that really cool baryonic scene. Storyboards. One of my favourite images ever from Jurassic Park is this T-Rex swimming underwater. It looks jarring at first, but like because that's like a scene from the book, that's just, oh man, they need to bring that into one of the films, I think, in the future at some point. And then, yeah, some just really, really, really kick-ass artwork. I don't know what, on the back it's got a bit of history. See, like, it talks about the background of it. So he says, like, the first piece of music written for this game was the Isle of Giants. Some little factoids there. And there he is, young old Giacchino. Little did he know he'd be coming back to do Jurassic Park 4. But yeah, so I highly recommend for fans of The Lost World and of Jurassic Park in general, if you like the music, this is a sort of an album to own. And yes, as you can see, you can get it in physical copy. Then a couple of games. We've got the PlayStation 1 game, which I can't remember if this is the fixed version, but I know there was the one they released was ridiculously hard. But then they did release like a sort of fixed version of the game, which is meant to be a lot better, so I should check out if that's the one. I don't think that is though, because I think it's the platinum version. Trespasser. I believe this disc is super scratched. It's not too bad. Yeah, okay. Maybe that'll play, so if I could get that on a computer somehow, maybe I could do a live stream of Trespasser. How about that? And then up here we've got these free hula hoop card thingies. I don't even know what to call them, card thingies. They're like little standees. You get them in crisps, mini cheddars, skips and hula hoops. Hunter's off-road vehicle. And it was on double-sided. And they would come in the crisp packet like that, and then you would pop it up to reveal the image. So you got Dieter, Stark and Carter. Yeah, really cool. And then one of my favourite ones, the Raptors. And they're all the males. Even has tiny little bit of some facts on the back there. And then this is interesting because you got the Triceratops, and it says 25 feet long and 9 feet tall, but they've actually got a picture of the baby. I think that's the baby animatronic, but it looks like they've blown it up to like astronomical size. Not astronomical, but like to adult size, and it's like that's the baby clearly. Unless it is meant to be the baby, but it would say, I'm sure. But they're pretty nostalgic for me. And then up here we've got a couple of boxed figures that I got a few years back. Nick Van Owen, as I've said before. This is the one in the box where on the back he has a hat and he's redhead. And in the box he has no hat and he's got black hair. Good old Nick Van Owen. The secret villain of the Lost World, I like to say. Then you got the Cyclops Velociraptor, which looks so badass. Which actually I was thinking of, opening this up in a video and taking a look. And on the back you've got the box art of like all amazing stuff. So like, I didn't get this as a kid, so like when I was younger I didn't even know that they had figures of Ludlow or Sarah Harding or even the High Hide. Like I had no idea. And the Triceratops, didn't know that existed until I was a lot older. Some friends of mine had, I think my friend Drew had these two. Had the Spinosaurus and the Chasmosaurus. But yeah, I didn't know until I got this. Yeah, including that vehicle. But yeah, so really, really cool looking figure. And then we've got The Making of the Lost World by Jody Duncan, which I think nearly every Jurassic Park fan has a copy of this. It's one of the most fascinating reads into the making of one of these films, and it goes into so much detail, which is great, which is really cool. It's been some years since I've read it. I think the last one I actually read was The Making of Jurassic Park, so I'll have to get back on reading this one. And then we've got a sticker album here, which I did not complete. There's that raptor again. Look, it's come up quite a number of times. Yeah, I haven't got all the stickers unless I find them online and try and complete this. There it is again, look. And this was really interesting because you get to see like almost maybe behind the scenes shots. There's a really interesting piece of artwork in the background. I mean, look at those pteranodons. And then that looks like the map from the book. Let's compare. Yeah, that is that's the map from the book. Because it says like boathouse, and there's the boathouse, the village. Yeah. So even though that the island in this sticker album isn't the one from the film, but still like it. It's really cool to see that variant of the the map from the novel. And then we've got the Stegosaurus page, and one of the deleted scenes in the background. And it sort of tells the story a little bit. What's that say? Yeah, it's like they're going through the film, through the story. So we're now at obviously the hunters have arrived. And there's a nice shot of all the Pachycephalosaurus animatronics. You can kind of see there's like 3 of them in the background there. Nice interesting shot of all those lot looking over. And this is where you start to think, like, do they have some more deleted scenes? But these are like production stills, I'm guessing. Nice shiny one of the baby T-Rex. And there's that trike again. And one of the other deleted scenes. And then the bull T-Rex. I really love this like blue lighting they added to this T-Rex. It was on one of the storybooks I used to have as well. I'm just going through this now slowly. Yeah, Malcolm looking very concerned. And then, yeah. And then, interesting, they have a shot of one of the raptor animatronics from the first Jurassic Park there. Which is nice to see those two next to each other, like in the film. You can see the female variant and then the male. Ah, well, look who it is. So if you guys had watched my video, which I was just about to get onto, about this magazine here, I got to the page with the raptor animatronics. Where is that? This one, this image here, which is obviously the same one. And I said I noticed there was a bit of skin at the bottom here. And I was like, oh, there must be another raptor. Well, obviously, as we can see, it is this fellow here. So then, because I was trying to get to the bottom of where this one was. Because this one, again, is this one here, just reversed. So where that raptor is, I don't know. But let's see if I can shed some light. No, yeah, it's not really in there. And oh, well, look who it is. So okay, so this model, yeah, you can really see here how that was like a Stan Winston model that they've painted up and used for the promotional material. And then again, Raptor from Jurassic Park. And then it goes into sort of the San Diego bit. And then the ending. Spent way too much time on that than I thought. And then, as I've shown you, I've got the official Souvenir magazine, which I've got a whole video about, which link is in the description below. And then over here, we've got what's left of my figures. So Ian Malcolm's fallen over. We've got this Ian Malcolm paraglider, baby Pachycephalosaurus and baby Triceratops figures. Dieter Stark, which, you know, obviously if you know the game, this game here, you can't really see it, but he's modelled after that one there, with the green and the orange. but yeah. And then the baby T-Rex. And the reason I've got these ones left over is because these are, you know, sentimental to me. So over here we have the big, full-size T-Rex puppet, where you stick your hand up its anus. And then, yeah, you can puppeteer it. And I got this because it was in I was on a pub crawl with some friends, and we found him in a pub. He was just like, you know, jammed onto a bar pump, or like a beer pump. And my friend went over to the bar, and a bar lady, and said, how much for the T-Rex? And she said a tenner. So only £10, and then got it, and it's almost in perfect nick. Then you got the Thrasher T-Rex model, which I absolutely think is fantastic. It just looks so cool. Really ferocious looking. And I love the coloration on it. It's one of the closest ones to what you see in the film. And then we've got one of the cars here. And I used to have like the Bull T-Rex, as some of you might know, and a lot more figures, but I sold them all on eBay to people who would appreciate them much more than me, because I was just storing them, and I didn't really have any sentimental value to them. But all this stuff, you know, I have fond memories of, or I have plans to do stuff with, like those boxed figures. But yeah, so that is my Lost World collection. Happy 20th anniversary to the Lost World. I hope you've enjoyed having a little look at this stuff I've got here. And please send me what collections you have for Lost World merchandise, or other things that you've found along the way. Anyway, rate and subscribe, and have a good day, guys.